With the huge success of the Brazilian clubs at the FIFA Club World Cup, so far they are doing well. Flamengo, Palmeiras, Botafogo and Fluminense. I wish my Santos were there. I decided to show you guys all the Brazilian kits of the latest season, the 2025-26. There are a few clubs that I don't have still the 2025-26 home or away or the third. Some are still wearing, for example, Botafogo, if I'm not mistaken, is still wearing the 2024-25 kit. But I'm gonna show you a few kits that I like. I created this video in my other channel in Portuguese, and I decided to bring this one updated with few shirts that were not there when I created that video in English for you guys. But you can totally turn on the subtitle in whatever language because YouTube is offering this. Just go to the YouTube settings, audio track, and change to the language that you like. And let's start this. I'm going to talk about all the Brasileirão. That's how we call the first division of the Brazilian football, Brasileirão Série A. And I'm going to show you all the kits. Some cases I'm going to have the home and away only. Some cases I'm going to have the third. In some cases I'm going to have even the fourth kit. And before we go to this journey of showing amazing football shirts, make sure you do the hat trick. Subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, and smash the little bell. This helps a lot the channel. I appreciate your support. You can send super thanks at any time. This is a great way to support this video. You can use the links in the description, the affiliate links. A small portion comes to the creator, your favorite creator that talks about football shirts. And I want to ask you a favor. Make sure you follow the new Instagram account and the new TikTok account. Since these two platforms decided to disable my account, I'm starting over. Those accounts had thousands of followers and now I don't have a lot, so I appreciate your support. You can follow because I post a lot of stuff there. It's a little bit quicker and I appreciate your support on this. Let's go. Let's talk about these amazing football shirts. Let me first explain that the clubs from the first division, the Brasileirão Série A, are basically only from 7 states. Yeah, you can see in the map here that they are concentrated in the east coast of Brazil. Most of the clubs are concentrated in the southern part of Brazil, as you can see, Minas Gerais, Rio de Janeiro, São Paulo, and Rio Grande do Sul. And then you have only 3 states at the northern part of Brazil, the northeast part of Brazil, I would say. And you don't see any other clubs in the first division from the other states that you see basically in the middle of Brazil and in the west coast of Brazil. I will have a map at the top of the page for every club, and then you guys will see where the club is from, which state they are from by looking at the map. So let's do this. I will start with my club. So I'm a Santos fan. I had to start with Santos Football Club, which is from São Paulo. And you see here the home shirt and the away shirt. The home one is one of the most known white shirts of the world football, alongside Real Madrid one. And you can see this is a V-neck. There is some elements, design elements here to celebrate the city. And I haven't bought mine yet, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna get it. I am debating if I should. I probably will, to be honest, and for sure we'll get the away one. But look, they're missing a lot of sponsors, so I don't have the picture with the sponsors here, but Santos Shirts has a bunch of the sponsors. Usually they are black. I don't remember if this year they are colorful. I don't like when it's colorful, but this one I feel like Umbro did a good job. I still need to see a little bit better in person to see this detail on the V-neck collar. It seems like it's gray or something. I want to see a little bit better. And the away one is beautiful, and I remember the connection is with video games. That's why they have some pixel elements over here, and you see that's black and white stripes. You can see some elements on the black stripe over here. I'm not sure about the white one, but the elements on the cuffs and on the collar, and the collar is almost like a V-neck collar. It's a very interesting construction, and I like the yellow elements over here, the Umbro yellow. I feel like it was a good touch. I really like it. The raglan style, which is black here. Maybe white would be better, but I like it this way. And here we have the third kit, which is the blue one to celebrate the Neymar return to Santos. Neymar was very known in 2011 actually, but 12 as well. In 2010, we stayed for 3 years, Santos shining, and with the blue shirt that Santos had in 2012, done by Nike, only great memories. In the beginning, the fans were not so fan of this blue shirt, but all the Santos fans like because you know, they think about Neymar, and with Neymar coming back, which was an unexpected return, they decided to create this. Umbro did this at the last minute, and look, I already work in a very big company, and I know to create a product you need at least 18 months, and Umbro did a good job there. I created a video review of this shirt. I'll have a link here somewhere so you guys can check out. Make sure you check out because I talk about all the details. And this is the Corinthians one. The Corinthians fans were not very happy with this very simple design, but I like it a lot. It's to celebrate some past titles. I think it was the first Club World Cup that they won, and I like the negative style of the shirts. The home one white with the raglan in black, the sleeves, and the other way around for the away one. I like both. I like the crust, which is at the center of the shirt. The swoosh is at the center as well. I know a few football fans don't like when the crust is at the center of the shirt. They prefer, you know, the classic placement at the left of the shirt, close to the heart. But I like this way. I feel like Nike did a great job. The Palmeiras one is one of the best. Palmeiras always brings the heat. Look at the home one, beautiful. I feel like Palmeiras is one of the Brazilian clubs and one of the few clubs in the world. They know how to make sure they create a balance between the sponsor and the design elements and the design of the shirt. And you can see that this sponsor is basically working together with the visual over here, with the design elements. This green, and I really like the pattern that this shirt has, which is really hard to see on the screen, but I really like the V-neck. Really nice. This V-neck is classic and white, and the cups are white. It's a beautiful shirt. Look at this. The away one, I also like it. I like the pattern, which is kind of greenish, and but still a white shirt with the green sleeves, and this is a polo collar one. Really great job done by Palmeiras. And Palmeiras released another beautiful kit. This one here, which is a special edition to be worn at the FIFA Club World Cup. Beautiful shirt, beige with some green colors. It's a polo color one. Puma killed once again. Palmeiras releasing amazing football kits. This one I cannot see in the details, but celebrates the Copa Rio title that Palmeiras won in 1951. According to Palmeiras, this was the first Club World Cup title for a Brazilian club, which in my opinion it's not, was Santos, but they keep counting this 1951 title of this Copa Rio as a Club World Cup title. But regardless, this is a beautiful shirt. Look at this. São Paulo is one of the Brazilian clubs that I'm not a big fan of the shirt, especially the home one, because it's usually the same thing. But I feel like New Balance did a good job here with the traditional white shirt with the red and black stripes at the center horizontally, and the São Paulo badge at the center there. I like it. It's a beautiful shirt, but again, it's not one of the Brazilian clubs that I like the shirt a lot. I like the detail on the right sleeve that also brings the three colors there, while the left one doesn't. The away one is a little bit better in my opinion. It's a striped black, white and red, more red and black, and I really like the gold details, the V-neck, and I really like the raglan construction. And there's the third one, which I feel like I need to see in person, but it looks nice, this graphic over here, kind of red smoke, there's some black. I really like this shirt. This is Mirassol, a very small club in Brazil that's first time is playing in the first division, and you can see a lot of sponsors, but still it's not a bad shirt. Atleta is a Brazilian brand that's manufacturing this shirt here, and I kind of like, but it's a lot of sponsor. At least the sponsor, they don't have all the colors, so it's blending a little bit well with the design, but there's a lot of sponsor. Yellow with green, and the away one is basically the same construction but white and gold, or maybe yellow, kind of gold, and I really like it. I really like Atleta, did a good job here. This is Red Bull Bragantino, and you know, all Red Bull shirts, they look the same for me because they bring the bows and the sun and some elements. I feel like the blue one's a little bit better because there's some blue and some light blue. It's a safe, you know, Red Bull shirt. Flamengo one, the club that has most supporters and is in Rio de Janeiro, is one of the big four there. Flamengo, Vasco, Fluminense, and Botafogo. And this Flamengo one, I mean, Flamengo shirts are beautiful. It's a raglan, Adidas style look. It's a raglan style that Adidas is doing. There are some sponsors there, and you can see the flamingo crust, and the Adidas are white, and it's a V-neck, and you can see it's a mix of black and red over there. And the white one is nice. I really like the raglan strategy of the colors as well, with this brushed red on black. Really nice. The Adidas stripes white. I like this one better than the home one, to be honest with you guys, and I believe a long sleeve would be nice, but I don't believe Adidas did a long sleeve of this one. Fluminense kits are always beautiful. Take a look at this home one. It's a striped red, green, and white. The white very thin, and I really like the collar, which is white, and the cuffs that are white. Brings this, you know, very classic look. Umbro is doing a good job right there. And Fluminense is bringing this white shirt, which is a just released shirt. Very basic. I really like the V-neck details on the collar, but it's a very basic shirt. It's not bad. The Vasco da Gama shirts are one of the most beautiful amongst the Brazilian clubs, amongst Santos, Grêmio, Palmeiras, Flamengo. Vasco da Gama is great. I have few of them, and this Vasco one, I only had the 2024-25 home and away, but just recently I updated this slide because there was a leak on the home one. This is a singer that was wearing the new Vasco da Gama shirt. I know the colors are not great. That was taking a show he was performing, but you can tell that's a polo collar one black. It's a Kappa one, the famous white sash, and it's a beautiful shirt, but we cannot see details here. We see some ears there celebrating some milestones for Vasco da Gama. But the away one, I was able to get a good screenshot here. Take a look at this beautiful one. I mean, it's the normal white with the black sash, the badge, which is beautiful red. Kappa is doing a great job. This is a V-neck, and you can see black and white there. What a beautiful shirt done by Kappa. And Botafogo shirts are beautiful. I have one here from 2025-26. The home one just released. I don't have the away one yet, so I'm leaving here the 2024-25. I looked everywhere. I could not find, believe Reebok haven't released yet. But this is a very classic look, and I can tell the inspiration is coming from the 90s. It's a polo collar one, but also V-neck one, and you can see black and a little bit of gray on the cuffs and on the collar as well, and black and white striped as Santos as well. Look, the Botafogo badge is beautiful with this star, this lonely star over there. The sponsor is blending well with the overall design, which is great. Imagine if this sponsor had colors. That would ruin the whole design, which is a very classic football design, the black and white striped shirt. And this away one is from 2024-25. I would like to leave this one here for you guys to see what they did last year, and since we don't have yet, I'm not sure if they're gonna release by the time I release this video, but this is a beautiful black with gold details to celebrate the Libertadores, the America they won last year. The third one is white, and again 2024-25, because they haven't released yet a third one for 25-26 season. But I like the details of the collar. Is mostly white. I really like the Botafogo badge alongside with the Vasco da Gama, one of the most beautiful in the world, and Reebok is doing a good job there. I believe the Reebok logo is not completely white, maybe off-white, maybe gray. It's really hard to tell here, but the cuffs and a little bit of the back of the collar is black and gray. Beautiful shirt. And the fourth one of 2025-26 is a beauty. I like the collar. Is maybe a high-level V-neck collar, maybe. It's really hard to tell here, but in black and white, and I really like the pattern, and I'm not sure where the pattern inspiration is from, but what a beautiful shirt. I really like the Reebok and the Botafogo logo badge are golden. Look at this beautiful shirt. I just love Grêmio colors. Grêmio colors are the best. Black, blue, and white. Is really hard to not create beautiful shirts having these colors. So that's why I have in the Mr. Jersey logo these colors. I'm a Santos fan, huge Santos fan, but I really love the Grêmio colors. Look at this beautiful 2025-26 Grêmio, very classic look shirt. Black, blue, and white. Is almost like a V-neck. It's not totally a V-neck. It's almost like a crew neck, and the collar is white. It's a beautiful shirt. The away was just released a few days ago, and it's a light blue. I know it looks white, but it's a very light blue. It's a polo collar one, very classic. I really like this polo collar one. Details on the polo collar, you see the blue and the black, and you see the same details on the cuffs. What a beautiful shirt. Internacional, the Grêmio rival, is bringing a very, normal look, very simple shirts, to be honest. The home one is the classic red. Entire shirt is red with few details in white. And you can see the collar is a v-neck, white. The Adidas is white. The normal striped, three-stripe white on the shoulder. And the away one is a very clean white with like a crew neck collar. The Adidas stripes on the shoulder is red. Very simple. I don't know if I like it. It's very simple. I don't know how the Internacional supporters are thinking about this, but it's very simple. This is the Juventude one. It's a rival from Grêmio and as well Inter from the same place, Rio Grande do Sul, as you guys can see in the map. The home one is really nice. It's a polo collar, v-neck polo collar. The green color is a little bit darker on the collar, on the cuffs, and you see that's a striped shirt with white and green stripes. There is this huge stake as a sponsor. The brand is 13. I don't know, this brand is a very small brand in Brazil. The away one is a very interesting one because it looks, this design from the 90s from Brazil. I keep thinking about Delerba, which was a local brand there. 13 is doing a good job here. I feel like it's almost the same construction. If I'm seeing this well, maybe not on the sleeves, but the collar is very similar. It's a polo collar, white, with a part that is v-neck, and there's very interesting design on the chest, which is solid green and with some patterns that mix green and tones of green and white, and you can see the same pattern on the sleeves too. I really like this shirt. Atlético Mineiro, very similar to Santos, very similar to Botafogo, the classic white and black stripes, and you can see it's a v-neck with gold details. And the away one is nice. It's almost like off-white beige with v-neck, and v-neck is black, and you see some hints of black all over the shirt, on the sleeves a little bit, on the cuffs, and the Adidas logo and the Adidas three stripes on the shoulder are golden. I really like this one too. And they have the third one. The third one is kind of nice. You see the badge. The badge is very interesting. I like it. CAM, Clube Atlético Mineiro, that is what means, the CAM. And this zigzag element, which is black and gray with a little bit of white. The color is very interesting. It's almost V-shape. I feel like Nike and Adidas did some type of colors like this in the past. And you see black, gray, and there's a panel that connects, I believe. It's really hard to tell in the picture if there's a panel there. It seems like there's a panel there. The cuffs are black. Really beautiful shirt. I really like it. I haven't seen with sponsors. I don't know how is the sponsor, but I'm curious now. I'm gonna try to look for. Adidas is doing a good job. The Cruzeiro one is also nice. In the beginning, when I saw the Cruzeiro one, it seemed a little bit simple, but when you see Cruzeiro wearing the shirt, is beautiful. And Cruzeiros is one of the clubs that I always like the shirts. I forgot to mention Cruzeiro alongside Grêmio, Vasco, Santos, Palmeiras. It's one of the clubs that create amazing football shirts. And I really like this one here, although it looks simple. It's a raglan style shirt. The sleeves are white. The body is blue. And you can see a mix of white and blue on the collar, which is a crew neck one. It's really nice. And when you see Cruzeiro playing with the shirt, it's beautiful. The away, it's basically white, crew neck as well, and there are some blue stripes. I really like this one too, but I prefer the home one in my opinion. Fortaleza, it's a very nice shirt too. These three colors, the red, blue and white horizontal stripes, including on the sleeves too. I really like the white collar and the construction of this collar, really well done. The way it's a little bit simple. It looks like the France flag over there on the chest, but those are the the Fortaleza colors in a white shirt. It's a crew neck, beautiful too, but I prefer the home one. This is one of the clubs from the northeast Brazil, which is a beautiful place. Ceará, the rival of Fortaleza, very similar to Botafogo, Atlético Mineiro, Santos, the black and white striped shirt. And you can see the color construction is really nice. I really like this type of color, black, and there's some white around the collar. Raglan style, which is black basically. It's a beautiful shirt that Ceará is bringing. And the away one is basically the same construction but white. I like both. Bahia brings this home one, and Puma is doing a good job there with the pattern. Very similar to the Palmeiras, I believe, template. I really like the color, blue, and the cuffs are blue too, and I really like the pattern. You can see this watermark, really nice. I cannot see what we have there. I feel like in person should be better, this shirt. The away one is nice, red and blue, basically the same template, v-neck, and you see the sleeves are blue and is red and blue, and you can see that the red stripe is a little bit wider and brings some other small red stripes there. Really nice work done by Bahia and Puma. The Vitória one, Vitória is made by Volt. It's a local Brazilian brand too, and you see it's a polo collar one and striped black and red. Beautiful shirt. There's some details in white. I mean, Vitória always brings some beautiful shirt. It's really nice to do shirts with red and black. I feel like it's really hard to mess up. And look at the away. The away is even better. Look at this. I really like the collar. It's a little bit deep. I'm curious to see if I would like the collar in person, but it looks nice in the picture. Some black details on the shoulder, and the cuffs bring some black and red as the collar too, and the sides of the shirt in a white shirt. There's some elements on the some watermark that I cannot see very well, but it's a beautiful Vitória shirt. This is the Bahia rival. And there is this Copa do Nordeste shirt, which is a tournament that all the Brazilian clubs from the Northeast Brazil and Northwest Brazil, from the north of Brazil, they participate. It's a very interesting one. Everyone likes this tournament, and they created this special edition which is better than the other ones. Man, this is a nice shirt. Vitória, send one to me. I would love to do a review of this shirt for my audience here. One side is black, another side is red, and you can see this mix in the middle, like, oh, Volt kill it. I really like it. And you can see the cuff in the black side is red, on the red side is black. What a beautiful shirt. And I'm gonna finish with Sport Recife, one of the clubs that I love in the Northeast Brazil. Love the fans, I love the colors, I love the city, amazing places there. Look at the home one. I really like the red, black and yellow combination, as you can see on Sport Recife badge. Beautiful. Umbro is golden. This is a v-neck one. I really like the wide black stripes, the red and black one, the raglan style, mostly red. And look at the new away one. The new away is yellow, as was the last year as well, but this one I feel like is better in my opinion. Let me know if you have seen the one from last year in the comments. I like this one a lot. There is some black details on the shoulder and sleeves, and it's a v-neck one. There is some details black on the collar. Beautiful shirt. I don't know how it's gonna be with the sponsor, but what a beautiful shirt. I want to say thank you for you that watched the whole video. Let me know in the comments what is your favorite, your top 5. And if you want me to create a top 5 for you guys, I can create a top 5 video as I usually do. I was thinking about doing this one, but I changed my mind. I want you guys to do the hat trick. Like, subscribe, hit the notifications, make sure you send super thanks, make sure you share with your friends. I appreciate your support. And now make sure you watch this video over here. Mr. Jersey out.